The Paco Arena in Manila, where Cyrus Baguio and the rest of Val City are set to square off against Marcia Arellano, Jenmar Bagaes, Jeric Nakpil, Marlon Monte, Levy de la Cruz, and the rest of the Quezon City MG cars, fresh off of our Mpbl All-Star Day yesterday in Batangas City. This is actually the battle for the number 6 seed in the North Divisions. A lot of playoff implications as we near the end of our 2022 season. Thank you so much for joining us. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Sydney Crespo. Now, Javi, as important as this game is, where do you see the sense of urgency coming more from? Is it QC or is it Val City?
Well, it's definitely QC because QC has been on a losing streak in this past few games para sa kanila. And Valenzuela, although they're also coming off a loss, QC has been the team that has been struggling more compared between these two squads.
We did mention yung ating playoff implications. It's actually a battle between these two teams in terms of matchups sa ating North Division dahil hindi na sila makakuha ng home court advantage. Right now, let's break down the previous games of our two squads. Beginning with Valenzuela, they lost to Bacoor City Strikers by 10 points. A perfect game in this game for JR Galit.
Yeah, 36.8 lamang from the field in this game for Val City. Big reason why they fell to a loss in this match, while Bacoor was 50.7%. 37 field goals made by the Strikers in this game compared to just 28. 3-point field goal story lamang na lamang nandyan ang Bacoor Strikers, plus 4 in that department. And although Valenzuela had 22 free throws in that game, not enough to win them that victory in that game against Bacoor City.
We all know that this Valenzuela team, they do have a lot of stars in their squad, and that's going to be very useful because today they're going against a very talented squad as well in Quezon City, led by Marcia Arellano. In their previous game, they did not play with Marcy and they lost to Zamboanga. They trailed by as much as 33 points and they lost by 25.
You see the importance of a Marcia Arellano. They were just in shambles in this game. Hirap na hirap sila mag-set up in the half court. There was no leader for them on the floor, much like what Marcy has been to them in this season. Bench points once again, the trademark of Zamboanga in the season. Big reason because of that is JC Marcelino and JV Marcelino, who has been anchoring that attack para sa Zamboanga in this season.
And that's another game wherein JC Marcelino was best player of the game honors. Yesterday, he was our All-Star Game MVP. Tonight, we have Val City versus Quezon City coming up. Turn you over to Richard Campos.
Welcoming everybody here once again at the Paco Arena as we bring you tonight's main game, Valenzuela versus Quezon City on the OK Bet. Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl 4th season presented by Extreme. Here are the starters. First, for Valenzuela, Zur Homes Realty Incorporated. Starting at guard number 6, Ron J. Buenafe. Power forward number 9, Jmar Gimpayan. Playing center number 15, Alan Santos. Small forward number 55, Lordy Casajeros. And at point guard number 33, Valenzuela's playing coach, Lester Alvarez. Lester Alvarez will be assisted by Errol Francisco and Marlon Calao. Team owner is Samson Lato. And now, the starting 5 for the Quezon City MG Cars. Shooting guard number 5, Marlon Monte. Starting at center number 6, Kyle Napes. Power forward number 7, Kent Lau. And the other forward number 15, Manu Cudinera. And at one guard number 55, Kim Cinco. Quezon City MG Cars is led by Alvin Gray. His assistants are Bam Ledesma, Tylon
Your
Tarwan.
starters for Valenzuela and Quezon City, Lester Alvarez, Ron J. Buenafe, Alan Santos, the All-Star Jmar Gimpayan and Lordy Casajeros, Kim Cinco, Marlon Monte, Kyle Napes, Kent Lau, and Manu Codinera. Ito ang ating 10 manlalaro. We'll begin things here inside the Paco Arena for your third game of your Mpbl Monday. One day off of our Mpbl All-Star festivities. And speaking of All-Stars, Ron J. Buenafe will miss on his first layup. That guy was just 1 point away from winning the 3-point shootout yesterday against Domark Matiliano.
He had 2 racks to take care of business. I thought that he was already gonna go away with that award. Kaya lang kinapush siya doon sa kanyang second round sa finals.
Well, as good as Ron J. Buenafe is in 5-on-5, iba rin ang usapan sa 3-point shootout. That was actually his first 3-point shootout
Ever in his career?
In his career, no, for the Mpbl, I'm sure. I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
in his career. Here's Lester Alvarez, who also participated in that 3-point shootout. He will fire. No good. Rebound Monte. Quezon City is technically the hosts for tonight, but we are in neutral grounds as Marlon Monte scores for 2.
Very interesting how Valenzuela will conduct themselves in this game. We know that Lester Alvarez has stepped up to the plate to be their head coach in their past couple of matches, but he's back on the floor today in uniform. In fact, starting this game.
Caseros will miss. Board belongs to Kyle Napes. Ito ngayon si Kim Cinco. He'll swing it over. Marlon Monte thought about it. His turn to drive. What a block by J-Mark Impayan. The other end we go. Lester. Alvarez surveying the floor. Steal by Kim Cinco. 2-on-1. Marlon Monte against Alan Santos. Could not score. Takbo naman sa kabila. Lordy onto Lester. Wide open. Another miss. And we go to the other end. Kim Cinco onto Manu Codinera. Monte, balik kay Cinco. Kent Lao to Napes. Quezon City taking their time. 2 minutes in our basketball game. 7 on the shot clock. Cinco. They go to Napes who will fire. That's too strong. Rebound Casajeros. The other end we go. Gimpayan. 1-2. The feed to Santos who scores.
Gimpayan bringing it to where the defense was there, but buti na lang Alan Santos there to receive that pass. Libre na siya dun sa kaliwa niya eh.
Almost another good block from J-Mark Gimpayan, who seems to be very much energized after playing the All-Star game last night.
24 hours after.
Right? This time he doesn't chase Marlon Monte. That's 2 points for the veteran.
Monte, second basket of this game. He too looks energized as well, looking for the ring, taking it to the cup.
Alvarez, pinapalabas. Casajeros. No contest. No good. Balik tayo sa QC. Kent Lao onto Kim Cinco. Not a space for him. They go to Codinera. Short stab. Wala. Buenafe with the board. Balik kay Alvarez. Third attempt. That's 3 misses. Very uncharacteristic for Lester. Remember, he was that 3-point shootout champion back in 2020. Kim Cinco with another miss. Boy, these two teams are struggling here in the first.
Must be, the air conditioning in the arena. I don't know.
It is actually cold here.
Taking a while for both teams to kind of warm up.
Alan Santos scoring off of that spin. 4 all, 6 minutes and 27. Kent Lao trying to shove off his defender. Could not do so. Codinera with 8 on the shot clock. Manu. Left-handed shot. Wala yan. Gimpayan with the board.
Lesser time for both teams to warm up actually before this game kasi nga nag-overtime tayo kanina.
Oh, that's a huge miscommunication right there for QC, leaving Lester Alvarez wide open. And finally, he makes a shot.
Not afraid to take that shot once again after missing his first 3. Shooters will shoot. Lester Alvarez getting one from downtown. Nobody marking him there. Everybody from QC were not sure who to get.
Even Kyle Napes was too late to even try to contest on that one. 7-4 our score.
back to business na ang Valenzuela after some of them represented their team in the All-Star Games, including playing coach Lester Alvarez, while others like Lord Casajeros were present also to enjoy the contests. Coach Lester enjoyed the three-point shootout nga daw kagabi, pero sabi niya that the new faces, especially Mataliana, were just really so talented. Now in this game, sabi ni Coach Lester na it's been a while since they've been complete, kaya he has a good feeling for a bounce-back win. Back to our panel, Mix and Javi.
Thank you so much, Sydney. Actually, even yesterday, nung nakakasalubong natin yan si Lester, tinatanong ko sila, kamusta naman? How excited are you for today? Sinasabi nila, as excited as we are, we're also thinking about the game tomorrow. Not much rest. Na-mention ni Sydney, andun si Lordy Casajeros. We saw three of them compete in the three-point shootout. Patrick Abajo, Gronjay Buenafe, and Lester Alvarez. And of course, their all-star J. Mark Gimpayan as Arellano gives out his first assist to Kyle Napes.
Coach Gray, seeing that his team was struggling on offense, inserting Marcy Arellano and Levy De La Cruz, who gave out an assist in a basket respectively, as Alan Santos gets one para sa Valenzuela.
Can these two teams do better offensively? Because they did struggle, as we mentioned, the first couple of minutes. 9-all. Arellano. They go to Napes. That's too strong. Rebound, Kipan. He got hit in the head. Afterwards, Casajeros arguing for an unspo.
That's only going to be a regular foul against Napes. Let's see what happened here. Here's that short stab. Back iron that one.
Ooh.
And bumaba yung kamay dun sa mukha ni J-Mar Gimpayan.
Now, as for J. Mark Kipan, good thing na hindi na niya in-escalate pa yun. He just had to smile it off. Pass inside. Oh, good anticipation by Marcy. Quezon City will try to get the lead. Marlon Monte onto Napes. A lot of space. Oh, that's a foul.
Buenafet trying his best to run hard and try and contest that shot. But Napes already midway through that attempt.
That's 3 free throws for Kyle Napes. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Kyle Napes missed a couple of games in the season due to injury. May time na feeling under the weather siya. Then after nun, nagka-ankle injury pa.
Just when he came back.
Right. But then again, if you see his numbers, he's averaging near a double-double.
7.5 points, 6.8 rebounds this season. Ito si Kyle Napes.
Bumaba na yan, sa lagay na yan.
Oo.
At some point, it was 8 and 8. This is the second. One last try here for Napes. 10 to 9, 4 minutes and 22. Kyle Napes is really taking his time at the free throw line. But that might be his routine, no?
That's been his routine ever since he was in college.
I wonder who takes a longer time, Kyle Napes or Giannis Antetokounmpo. 11 to 9, J. Mark Gimpayan. He decides to fire. That short rebound to the all-star of QC, Jenmar Bragais.
Bragais also making some great plays in yesterday's all-star event.
As energetic as he plays in the regular games, he was even more energetic last night, playing his first ever all-star game in his career as Casajeros scores on the layup.
And it was a welcome sight for Coach JV Gayoso. It looks like he missed seeing Jenmar Bragais on the floor, going all the way for baskets.
There he is once again. Bragais, full steam ahead as always.
Walang kapreno-preno.
We talked about him being teammates with James Castro before, run and gun for the Imus Bandera. Here's Ron J. Buenafe, a lot of space. Doesn't get the bounce. Oh, good effort by Lordy Casajeros.
You know, Casajeros, for all his antics whenever he's in the game, you can never deny the energy that he brings to your team.
Marcy asking that ball from Jenmar Bragais. Marcy on the drive, layup is good. +1 as well.
Ang laki ng diferensya pag wala sa sahig si Marcy Arellano for QC, because not only can he set up his teammates, he can score when he wants to.
Marcy Arellano, mostly known for his triple doubles in this season, has 2. After him, he was followed by Kit Jimenez and Enzo Hoson. Again, he's one of the 8 players who have registered triple-doubles in Mpbl history. Alongside those 3 players I just mentioned, we have Mikey Reyes, Bobby Ray Parks, Gab Banal, Andoy Estrella, and Mike Ayonayon.
Puro gwardiya pala yan, ano?
Forward lang dito si Gab Banal. Pero kung maglaro din yan, point guard.
Oh my. So if Jason Milano got a triple-double earlier, he would have been the first big.
He was 3 assists away. But then again, it has happened in this season. A lot of times, yung mga scares natin for triple-doubles, Harold Arboleda has done it so many times. I think Milano more than once as well.
Yeah.
Here's Andre Armenion. Recently shaved, no? Kitang-kita mo sa kanyang mukha.
Sobrang linis.
Because he did rock that facial hair in
Yeah.
this season. In his breakout season, as you should say, in the Mpbl.
Well, trying to go for a new start. He has sat out some games. And trying to turn a new leaf in this campaign. He's been playing splendidly. Especially at the start of the season, being the lead point guard para dito sa Valenzuela. One of the top assist men in the league.
Right. And if I may ask you, no, if it wasn't for J-Mar Gimpayan, would you have given the All-Star nod to Andre Armenion?
Pwede. But
Pwede.
it's just that Andre has just missed so many games this season.
Well, then again, this is a very much star-studded squad in Val City. Jenmar Bagaes going back to the rim and he scores.
Walang kapagod-pagod dito si Jenmar Bragais.
Cyrus Baguio could not answer back for Truaya, rocking his new hair color, scoring inside.
Yeah, I believe the last time I covered him, that was a shade of a bit of purple.
So ngayon, parang off-shade na ng purple.
Oo, medyo leaning on the gray side.
Carlo Abadeza scoring inside. That has been a trend in the season as well. No? Yung kulay ng buhok ng mga player natin.
Pabago-bago.
We've seen John Capulong of Pampanga with orange hair. Yesterday, we saw Topeng Lagrama with purple hair. And then you see a Patrick Abajo who's always had that color of hair. What's that, blonde?
I don't know what you call that. Brunette, maybe?
Brunette.
I don't know. Color of hair, not really my area of expertise. Betch Boy, it's on your screens. +9 dyan ang QC with the entry of Marcial Llano and Levi de la Cruz rather. But Kabahog wanting to add to their total of 2 with a 3-pointer.
The brunette scoring his first 3-pointer in this game.
Huwag naman sana yun yung maging nickname niya.
Abadeza scores inside. These two teams picking things up, no? As their bench players have come out to play. 21-19. 84 seconds remaining in the first. Felix Apreco pounding his way through and he scores.
Oh, token defense there by QC.
Oh, what a bounce pass by Marcy. It ends up with Levi de la Cruz.
He's always happy celebrating those kinds of passes, Marcy Arellano. Well, you know, for good reason, not a lot of players can deliver those kinds of assists.
Marcy Arellano giving us a look after that assist and to his bench as well as he celebrates. For Druaya scoring on the short stab.
Well, after almost a stalemate in the first few minutes, both teams just 7 points away from 30.
Right. Assist story, 7-5 in favor of QC. A lot of those coming from this guy, Marcy Arellano. 10 on the shot clock against Felix Apreco. You see the smiles from these two players. Bragaes. Pull up. No good. Rebound Abadeza. Carlo. Ball ends up with Nakbil. Wala pa rin. And Baguio with a one-handed board. Cyrus gives it up. Patrick Abahog for 3. No good. Rebound Bragaes. Forward pass to no one. That's too strong for Marcy Arellano.
Nasobran doon yung pasa ni Jenmar Bragaes. And you know, sometimes that eagerness to go forward, not really a good thing. And that time, Jenmar Bragaes overcooking that feed to Marcy Arellano, who could have gotten 2 points because he was all alone on the other side of the court.
Time up muna tayo. 23 all. 11 seconds remaining as we take a look at our South Division team standings Alright, so Batangas, by the way, lost in their previous outing against Caloocan, which makes things even more interesting in that South Division. Zamboanga whispering from behind.
Yeah, you have Zamboanga trying to creep up onto that #1 spot, but definitely these two teams that we mentioned will have home court advantage at least for the first round of the playoffs. Bacolod cementing their spot in that #3 position, but Sarangani and Gensan not out of contention for that home court advantage just yet. Rizal, I think, will stay in that #6 position. Dito naman tayo sa North Division, where both of the teams playing in this game are located in Quezon City at #7, 8 and 10. Valenzuela just a game ahead at 9 and 10.
But this is actually the battle for the #6 seed this game. 8 seconds remaining in the first frame. 23 all our score. Kabahog will fire. No good. Rebound. It ends up with Abadeza. A couple of rebounds to his name in the first frame as Bragais still launches that shot even though time has already expired. See the highlights in the first quarter. You mentioned, mabagal ang ating simula. First couple of minutes. But then, as these teams fielded out their bench players, maganda ang kanilang nilaro. They pick things up. It's 23 all.
Well, actually, the best players, at least most of them, were on the bench para sa parehong koponan dito. That's why action picked up and that's why they scored 23 apiece at the end of one.
Let's talk about the numbers for Val City and Quezon City.
Well, sa points scored per game, di masyado nagkakalayo. Only a +3 advantage for Quezon City in that department. But defense has been a factor here, especially for QC. They've been giving up a lot of points to their opponents in this season. That's why it has been up and down para sa QC and more of down in their past few games. Only have won one of their last 4 matches.
First quarter field goal shooting natin. Almost the same for our two teams. That's 40% shooting for Val City and Quezon City. Ball tapped away in favor of Valenzuela.
It's interesting for me if Cyrus Baguios can turn on the switch in come the postseason, ano?
Right?
Because alam naman natin, yung mga veterano na yan, they could be in cruise control for the most part of the regular season, pero come the playoffs, saan na sila pupukpuk?
Good assist by Andre Armenion onto Felix Sapreco. To your point about Cyrus Baguio, there have been some flashes the past couple of games mula sa kanya. He was even the best player in that game versus Imus. That's a good point. Abangan natin yan in the playoffs, especially with Val City. Ronje Buenafe, Patrick Abahog, and Cyrus Baguio leading the headlines for the team as Marcia Arellano scores inside.
Another great IQ play by Marcia Arellano, finding the open spot underneath. Nobody there to defend him for the deuce.
25 all. Andre Armenion. Ball tapped away. Pasok dito. JC Adjay and Kyle Napes. How many deadlocks have we had?
10 deadlocks already in this game. It has really been very tight. Both teams struggling nung umpisa natin, but when they got it on, pareho naman sila nakakashoot.
Apreco onto Armenion against De La Cruz. Andre, wow, able to escape the defense, just couldn't score. Rebound, Nakpil. Jeric Nakpil averaging 7.5 rebounds per game. Bounce pass. That's a beautiful feed and a fantastic finish as well from Genmar Bragais.
Well, it's like James Castro never left the side of Genmar Bragais because he now has Levy De La Cruz to be his backcourt partner. Look at that.
Wow.
2 speedsters leading the way for QC on the break.
We have seen a couple of flashy bounce passes from QC in this first half. Bragais, 6 points, 2 rebounds, coming off of his first All-Star stint in his career, not just the Mpbl. 28-25. 8 minutes and 25 in the second quarter. This is the battle for the number 6 seed in the North Division. Layup was too strong. Here's Janmar. Again, full speed. Bragais working with De La Cruz. That's too strong. Good tap by Bragais. And here's Celada. On to Nakpil. Handoff. Adrian Celada. Foul against Val City.
That's definitely a foul against Roaya. Tried to go for the steal there against Celada, who also is sporting a new hairstyle and color. Two-tone naman. Yung kabilang side black, yung kabilang side brown.
Galing eh, no? Tapos ang ganda pa, dahil yung bantay niya ay si Patrick Abajo.
Which is a good matchup, by the way,
Right.
because both of these guys are dead shots from the outside.
Very lengthy shooters. Coach Alvin Gray rocking that beautiful t-shirt of Quezon City. Bago lang yan.
Oo nga.
28-25. 7 minutes and 45. Here's Patrick Abahog against Celada. Bounce pass. Villafranca will fire. He has that shot and he puts it in.
Throughout his career, Patrick Abahog has really mastered that way of setting up his teammates, because defenses have always been locked onto him because of his ability to hit shots, score the basketball. That time, pick and pop, setting up Villafranca with that bounce pass, and Villafranca, a little ball fake there to get the defense off guard.
28-27. Levy De La Cruz. 2 screens up top. Going right. Onto Celada. Foul off the ball. It was a push against Andre Arminion. Baseline, or make that sideline inbound. Here's Marlon Monte. Working with Kyle Nepes, Adrian Celada, Jeric Nakpil, and Levy De La Cruz. 5 on the shot clock. Marlon against JC Adjei. They go to Nakpil. Good block by Felix Aprecu. And Val City now with the possession. 3-on-1. Aprecu bounce pass to Abahog for 2.
Aprecu there leading the break, the big man giving it up to Patrick Abahog, who takes care of business with that one-hander.
It's not every day that you're big men and your veteran leading the fast break, no? As Marlon Monte makes a 3-point shot.
Those were two bigs, Kevin Villafranca and Felix Aprecu, on that break, compared to that one forward that was Patrick Abahog.
Here's Kabahog. Screen mula kay Aprecu. They go to Felix. Doesn't usually shoot it, but he turns around. Oh, in and out.
Almost, but not quite.
Could have been a good moment to prove me wrong. Itong si
Yeah.
Felix Aprecu.
Just a split second after you said it.
Adrian Celada makes a 3.
What's going to be the call here?
That's not gonna count. Charge against Levy De La Cruz. Balik dito Marcy Arellano. At pasok si Jason Delfinado. Take a look at this 3-point shot by Marlon Monte.
Monte getting that screen, pinned down on the other side of the court. All net on that 3-pointer.
31-29. Villafranca. Malabas, JC Adjei. Step back. No good. Rebound, Nepes. Marcy asking for it. Now he's got that basketball. Again, he missed their previous game. It was a back injury para kay Marcy Arellano. Miss from 3 mula kay Monte. Adjei, kick out. Kabahog will fire. No good. Rebound na Preku. Second try. That is good.
Offensive rebounds. That's something that Felix Aprecu likes to do a lot for his team. On full display on that occasion. Getting another possession para sa kanyang kupunan.
We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. The big man, Felix Aprecu, always known for his rebounding. Effective once more for Val City. Grabbing that board, turning around and scoring for 2. Giving us the 11th deadlock of this game. 31 all, 5.5 minutes remaining before halftime. Nagbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Fresh off of your Mpbl All-Star festivities, we come to you live from the Paco Arena in Manila. Biggs Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Sidney Crespo. Third game at hand for your Mpbl Monday. Marlon Monte and QC looking for a victory against Andre Armenion in Val City. Armenion thought it was all ball, but he's called for a foul.
Trying to use his height advantage down low. Ito si Marlon Monte. Hosting up against Andre Armenion. Kunti lang naman yung lamang dito ni Monte in terms of height.
May warning dito si Andre Armenion who reacted to that play. That's him. If you're missing his facial hair, siya pa rin po yan. Si
Hindi niya kapatid yan. Hindi niya younger brother yan.
Pasok ulit dito, Ron J. Buenafe, Alan Santos, Lordy Casajeros to join JC Adjay and Kevin Villafrancas. This free throw is brought to you by Stream Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Marlon Montes being joined by Jason Delfinado, Kent Lau, Marcy Arellano, and Adrian Celada. By the way, no, Javi, we cannot forget about the fact that there's another Valenzuela player who was present last night in the All-Star festivities, at yun, si Jonel Bauzon.
That's right. He was part of the slam dunk contest yesterday. A surprise participant in that show. Actually, there's also one more, Alan Santos.
Where did he play?
Alan Santos did not participate in any event.
Nanood lang siya.
Nanood lang siya.
Was he there? Parang hindi naman.
I saw him eh.
No, I mean, I was wondering na kung nag 3-point shootout ba siya. Hindi naman siya mag-slam dunk contest. Hindi naman siya nasa executive game, di ba?
Pero parang wala nang representative ang Valenzuela sa executive game. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
I'll turn you over to Sidney Crespo.
Tonight's match is a chance for the Quezon City bench to maximize their playing time and gain more exposure and experience before the playoffs. Marcy Arellano says their priority right now is to be able to use everyone in order to have that momentum and confidence. Of course, as they approach the playoffs, they would need everyone to be ready to step up. This season, Marcy is proud of his team for being able to overcome many adversities kasama ng mga injuries, even his own. Marcy skipped last game because of back spasm, but he's back now to lead his squad again. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sidney. Great for them to have Marcy Arellano back. Oh, that's a dangerous play.
Brelmeca falling on the floor after that fast break attempt by QC, which was converted into 2 points by Adrian Celada.
Oh, steal by Marcy Arellano. And he gets the foul from Lordy Casajeros. Good for Sidney to mention just how important momentum is for Quezon City. First of all, they need to establish themselves in the playoffs because hindi pa rin talaga sigurado. Are they sure in the playoffs? Because technically, if you do the math, pwede pang tumabla sa Caloocan. But they've beaten Caloocan earlier this season. So they are inside the playoffs already. Then again, you're gonna want to avoid that 8th seed, especially in the North Division. Because number 1 are the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
And of course, if Nueva Ecija gets the sweep this season, with that last game against Batangas. Siyempre, if you're the number 8 seed, ang hirap para sa'yo because alam mong hindi pa natatalo this season ang Nueva Ecija. You want to go up against a team who has shown signs of vulnerability with losses in their campaign.
And this is not a knock on Batangas, but in the South Division, it's a little bit of a free-for-all.
Yeah.
Batangas actually has a chance to lose that number 1 spot to Zamboanga. And remember, they're gonna face Nueva Ecija on Friday.
Yep. So, still a tall order para sa Batangas to finish in that number 1 spot in that South Division. Very important game. And I believe might be the biggest game of the regular season.
Right. Batangas currently at 16-3. If they lose that, they will have 4 losses. Zamboanga only has 3 losses so far. If they sweep the rest of their games, they will have the number 1 seed in the South, which is very important, especially in the division finals sa ating home court advantages.
Oo, tama yan. Kailangan na kailangan natin yan. If you're any team, you want that advantage on your side, especially in a best-of-5 affair.
36-33, 3 minutes and 38 in the second frame. Marcy Arellano against J. Margimpayan. Kicks it out. Marlon Monte will miss. Rebound Marcy. Pass inside. Beautiful feed to Jason Delfinado.
Sixth assist of the game for Marcy Arellano to equal his point total in this match.
Well on pace to get a double-double. See Marcy Arellano. Roger Buenafe from downtown.
Getting his first 3-point basket of this game. Ito si Ronjay Buenafe.
Before that, he missed his last 6 shots. But that's from the All-Star 3-point shootout.
6 shots lang ba?
Dahil last 2 racks,
Oo.
I'm sure he missed all the shots in the last rack.
Yeah.
Not sure in the second to the last
I
rack.
think he missed, he made just 1 shot in that second to the last. Kasi isa na lang yung kailangan niya eh.
Right. Could you imagine kung ano yung nararamdaman ni Domar Battaliano by that time? As you get to see this replay, Marcy Arellano taking his time again. Another assist, this time to Justin Delfinado.
Justin Delfinado getting back-to-back baskets, positioning himself in a good spot where Marcy Arellano was able to locate him. Sobrang iba talaga when Marcy Arellano is on the floor for QC.
And he has given QC a 4-point lead, 40-36. 2 minutes and 35 in the second. Buenafe onto Alan Santos. Good cut by Gimpayan. One-hander is good.
One of the best passing big men in the league, Alan Santos, not afraid to give it to his fellow big man, J. Gimpayan, for that short stab. And Celada getting a 3-pointer.
5 points para kay Adrian Celada and another assist to Marcy Arellano. He's up to 8 assists alongside 6 points. Inside. Oh, good feed. That's by Gimpayan to Lordy Casajeros.
That's bad defense by QC. Gimpayan was just there. He was already there for a few seconds and nobody trying to deny that pass to him.
Lordy Casajeros arguing something to the referees. I think he's going to be called for a tech here.
That's what our refs called on that play. Kasi pagbaba pa rin, hindi pa rin siya tumitigil sa salita. And I think the referees had enough.
Alan Santos actually knew it. He was yelling at Casajeros to stop because he knew that the tech was coming already. You can only wonder as well kung ano yung nangyari, what he was complaining about.
Yeah, because there looked to be nothing happening on that play by Valenzuela.
Free throw for Marlon Monte. He converts.
At least anything out of the ordinary.
It's Alan Santos. 44-40 our score. Jonel Bauzon, who participated in our slam dunk contest, checking in for the first time. Ito, isa sa mga late additions para sa Val City. Actually went down due to an injury a couple of games back as well. Marcy will fire. That's way off. Shot clock violation for QC.
Not good time management right there for the red shirts. Did not realize that they only had little time to work with after that sideline inbound, which forced a shot from way out.
Here's Gimpayan. On to Janelle Bauzon. Back to Jamar. Oh, what an acrobatic layup, and he puts it in.
I've seen him do that a lot, especially in the rec league circuit. Always dominating because of his ability to make those kinds of shots.
Great block by Alan Santos, but good recovery by Marlon Monte. Ronjay will fire. Double flick, no good. Gimpayan tried to get the board. And he gives it off to Lester Alvarez. Coach JB Gayoso mentioned in the All-Star game that he sees Jmar Gimpayan as a potential 2 or 3 shooting guard or small forward. What can you say about that?
Not quite for me because the ball handling not as good as it should be for a wing player, especially at a level like this. But I also believe that if he does put in the work, take the time to sharpen his ball handling ability, then definitely that will be great for him because that will add another dimension to his game and teams will be salivating over
Right.
him because he already is a great player as it is. There on full display on that one, getting offensive rebounds, energy guy, the length on the defensive end. Imagine how he can guard another team's wing playing at that position. So, not yet quite for me.
Good point on the ball handling of J. Markimpayan. Then again, he has been a big man for the longest time.
So he's definitely undersized for his position, but he makes up for it with that energy and the leaping ability.
Right.
My God.
Just saw that layup that he gave us a couple of possessions back. Jonel Bauzon now at the line, who you could argue has almost the same build as J. Markimpayan. Very lengthy player for Val City. 19 seconds to go here before halftime. 46-42. QC with the lead. Marcy Arellano. Horns play para sa QC. He goes left. Marcy taking his time. 4 seconds. Bounce pass. Almost another assist. And that's going to do it, folks, for our first 2 quarters of play. We mentioned a lot of deadlocks. 11 in the first half alone. But QC getting the advantage. 4 points after 2 quarters.
Well, yeah, I mean, the bench players really making their mark in this game for both teams, but it was really QC who was able to establish a rhythm. Jenmar Bragais coming in, providing that energy as he always has. It seems the All-Stars from yesterday hindi pa napapagod sa laro na to. Even J. Markimpayan has been playing splendidly para sa Valenzuela naman.
And that's always the way to describe it. Hindi napapagod si Jenmar Bragais. And because of him, alongside his teammates, they established this 4-point lead at halftime, 46-42. Kasama ngayon ni Sydney Crespo, si Jenmar.
Yes, Biggs, kasama ko ang ating player at the half. Siyempre si Jenmar Bragais. Jenmar, medyo dikit pa rin ang laban, no? Pero what's one thing ba na magandang pinakita nyo in the first half na gusto nyong ituloy pagpasok ng second half?
Yun, tuloy lang namin yung ginagawa namin, yung sinasabi ni coach na trabahuin namin ngayon, kunin namin yung panalo. Kaya bawat isa sa amin na dumidepensa.
Jenmar, para sa'yo, no, ikaw yung isa sa mga nagli-lead ngayon, ngayong gabi sa game na ito. Ano bang magandang tinatrabaho mo din aside sa depensa for the whole team?
Yun, dagdagan ko pa yung pag ano ng team namin na sa depensa. Yun lang yung kulang namin lagi. Kaya yun, bawi kami sa depensa.
Jenmar, thank you so much and good luck sa'yo in the second half. Mga kaliga, wag po kayo nga alis. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
inside the Paco Arena in Manila. One day off of our Mpbl All-Star festivities that happened inside the Batangas City Coliseum, the home of the inaugural champions of the Mpbl. What an eventful day that was, Javi.
We started it off with the 2022 Mpbl All-Executive Game where both teams fought to a 107 apiece deadlock. Senator Manny Pacquiao, our beloved founder, tying that game up to force that tie at the end, and then our All-Star Slam Dunk competition. Garix Puerto emerged as the top performer in that contest, besting out favorites like Renz Palma, Archie Concepcion, winning that award para sa IMO sa 3-point shootout naman natin. Domark Patiliano emerging as the top shooter among the league's best shooters from the outside.
Domark Patiliano outlasting Ron J. Buenafe by just 1 point in the finals. And a lot of people were surprised for that, but he'll take it. He will gladly take it. Some more performances from Because and RC Munoz before our Mpbl All-Star game, which, as we mentioned, seemed to be one of the more serious All-Star games in basketball history.
Yeah, I mean, both teams running sets, especially at the start of the game. But South winning that game once again and cementing their spot in that event with a win once again. North, wala pang panalo dyan sa event na yan.
And our All-Star Game MVP is JC Marcelino, who came alive, especially in the second half. It was a big comeback, no? A 28-point turnaround for the South All-Stars. Coach Chola Villanueva leading the way in the bench of that division. Right now, it is Quezon City versus Val City. The score, 46-42. We've seen 7 lead changes, 11 deadlocks in this game. The biggest lead was just 5 points for QC. There you see the numbers.
Well, both teams hindi magkakalayo dito and they're shooting from the field. 43% for Valenzuela. Quezon City has 40. Both teams shooting the same number of makes in this game, 18 apiece. And both teams have been moving the ball well. 15 assists para sa kanila, but the bench points have been on the side of QC in this game because of Marcy Arellano's passing and the scoring of Jenmar Bragais, Adrian Celada also pitching in para sa cause ng QC in this game. Big reason why they're up by 4 points in this game. They've also been pushing the pace, 11 fast break points compared to just 8 for Val City. Leading scorers here at the half, Marlon Monte leading everyone with 10.
Jenmar Bragais, you mentioned, with Adrian Celada and Marcy Arellano following him. Apreco, Santos, Casajeros, and Cabahog naman para sa Val City. We always mention that triple-double watch for Marcy Arellano, as we should every game. Right now, Marcy has 6 points, 8 assists.
Only 1 rebound actually so
Let's
far
see.
for Marcy in this game. Pero, you know, can never count him out with that kind of stat line, even if he only has 1 rebound. One of the best rebounding guards here in the Mpbl, not starting in the second half for QC.
We should mention Marcy Arellano had a +8 in terms of plus-minus, just how effective he was in the first half of this game. So they begin with Kim Cinco, Manu Codinera, Kyle Napes, Jeric Nakbil, and Jenmar Bragais as Andre Arminion goes down onto the floor and takes his time with it. He absorbed the contact from Kyle Napes. Joining Arminion are Alan Santos, J. Margimpayan, Patrick Abahog, and Ron J. Buenafe. Here's Andre. Layup is good.
Got the step against this defender, looped it high off the glass, getting his first 2 points of the game.
First make out of 3 attempts para kay Andre Arminion. Lead cut down to 2. Here's Napes facing up against Alan Santos, asking for a teammate. There's that handoff. Kim Cinco will fire. No good. Rebound Cabahog. They go to Andre. Swing it over to Ron J. Buenafe. Screen mula kay Alan Santos. Balik kay Arminion with 10 on the shot clock. This time, he's being aided by J. Margimpayan. Shot is too strong. Rebound Napes.
This is a tall lineup on the floor for QC. Codinera playing the 3 spot, Nakpil at the 4, and Napes at the 5.
Bragais against Ronje, trying to shake off one of the veterans here in the Mpbl. Codinera, left-handed shot, no bounce. Rebound, Andre Arminion. He likes this. Open floor. What a pass. Ronje Buenafe. No good from the corner. That corner has been tough to Ronjay since yesterday. 46-44, 8 minutes and 23. Pinapalabas, Jenmar Bragaez. Using that pick, Jenmar will fire off to the right. Arminion grabs the board. Andre, good feed to Himpayan. Sorry, miss. Santos, wala pa rin. Nakpil grabs the board.
Just love it when a point guard is able to see his teammates just before they get to the spot, anticipating where they will be. Kaya lang di na-shoot ni Gimpayan.
Here's Kim Cinco. Wide open, and he makes Val City pay.
Has been a scorer ever since he started playing basketball. Kim Cinco was once one of the best scorers in the UAP Juniors Division, playing for UPIS, and now has been proving that for QC.
Sinong kasabayan niya sa UPIS?
Sila Juanito Gregorio,
Juanito.
Vince Quejada.
Was Kevin Villanueva there?
Di niya na naabutan si
Tapos
Kevin
na, tapos
Villanueva.
na. Kyle Nepes matatawagan ng foul dito. Papasok si JC Adjay to provide more energy for Val City. Simpayan proceeds to the line. 76% free throw shooter. Number 4 in the league. Shooting from the stripe. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Remember, a couple of weeks back against Imos, he had 2 free throws to seal the win. It was a sportsmanlike foul against Jacob Galicia, and it was J. Mark Gimpayan who won it for Val City.
What a very anticlimactic finish in that game. Imos had that game in the bag with Roel Pacquiao getting Pacquiao getting that go-ahead basket sana para sa kanila.
That was their first lead with 6.5 seconds to go. Yun nga lang, they gave up that unsportsmanlike, and Gimpayan made them pay. Now, J-Mark gets the steal. Gimpayan. Risky move. That's off of him.
Imagine if he had that ball handling ability. That would have been a great play para kay Gimpayan, leading the break there. Kaya lang had trouble controlling that basketball.
He would be definitely one of the best players in the Mpbl. Maybe top 5, no? If he does develop that ball handling skill. As Arminion escapes the defense. They go to Cabahog at the corner. Patrick Cabahog has not found the bottom of the rim in this game, but Alan Santos has had.
Offensive rebound and put back right there for Alan Santos, saving his teammate there.
49-48. Just a 1-point game here in Manila. 6 minutes and 10 in the third. Bragaez. He's blocked by Ajay. And here's Jmar. Balik kay JC. And he goes back to Jmar Gimpayan for 2. Lead now with Valenzuela.
QC had more players back there to defend that fast break. But great pass by Ajay at the last moment to the cutting Gimpayan on the left side.
Good patience from the guard of Val City. And the patience as well mula kay J. Mark Gimpayan. This is their first lead in the third quarter. And the 8th lead change of the ball game. 50-49. Let's talk about the numbers for Val City and Quezon City.
Oh, you see here the most glaring stat for me here, the bench points, 42.4 for QC and only 35.1 for Val City. But no surprise because QC has always been led by their second and third units. Marcy Arellano coming off the bench for a majority of this campaign. And Valenzuela, they always have been top-heavy in this season.
Miss mula kay Levy de la Cruz. Marcy Arellano has yet to see action here in the third frame. It's a +5 so far for Val City, the scoring in this quarter. Armenion onto Cabajo. They swing it over. JC Ajay. One guy open inside. That's Jmar Gimpayan who gives us those 2 points. And one opportunity for him.
Two-handed finish right there by Gimpayan. Once again, an excellent feed by Ajay, making the defense think he was going for the shot, leaving it for his teammate, the big man, Gimpayan.
He wanted to slam it home if it wasn't for that challenge of Jeric Nakpil.
Maybe just an inch. That would have been number 1 on our top 10 plays.
Right. There's Jmar Gimpayan. By the way, we haven't seen Lester Alvarez in a while. Now he's transformed himself into full-time coach para sa Val City, standing up alongside Coach Marlon Calao. 53-49, almost halfway done in the third. Napes onto Levy. 4 on the shot clock. De La Cruz. Genmar will fire. That's a 3.
Not really a good shooter from the outside, but if you leave him that wide open, at times he will be able to knock him down.
The All-Star reaching double figures. 10 points for Genmar Bragaez. 4 rebounds as well. 53-52. Dikit ang ating labanan. Ajay inside. 2+1.
Ajay has played quality minutes in this game para sa Valenzuela. Previous to that, setting up Jmar Gimpayan, but right now going for the shot, getting the hit in the hoop.
JC Ajay at the line. He played for Negros, right? In the Invitational of the Mpbl. Made his name. Because this guy's a homegrown in Bacolod. When we flew there, dalawang pinaghiyawan ng mga Bacolod nun. Unang-una si Ronjay Buenafe. Pangalawa si JC Ajay. 56-52. 4 minutes and 23 in the third frame. 7 on the shot clock. De La Cruz losing Armenion. Just couldn't score. Santos with the board. Andre looking ahead. Trying to shake off Levy. Pick was used wisely by Andre Armenion, and he gives us that pull-up.
Very confident on that release. Let's see if this will start something para kay Armenion in this game.
Biggest lead for Val City. 58-52. Delfinado trying to pound his way. Oh, good contest by Jmar Gimpayan. Couple of blocks to his name in this match, but good recovery by Kyle Napes.
At the right place, at the right time, Delfinado had no business forcing that shot up. Defense was all over him.
58-54. Balik tayo. Andre Armenion, Val City. Here's Alan Santos. Malabas, Andre Armenion being defended by Genmar Bragaez. 4 on the shot clock. Andre, short, rebound Delfinado. And here's Levy de la Cruz. No handoff. He goes to Napes at the corner. He will fire. That's too strong. Again, we still haven't seen Marcy Arellano in this quarter. Gimpayan, no foul. The other end we go. Genmar Bragaez. Pass was too strong for Jason Delfinado.
Now, I don't know about that decision. I would have liked for Genmar to drive that basketball on that left side. I think the defense was anticipating the pass kasi ang daming Valenzuela players na nandun sa shaded area.
Pasok dito, Denzel Wong, Coach Lester Alvarez. For Druaya as well. Even Felix Aprecu.
Oh, Denzel Wong was a guest player in our executive game yesterday.
He had a big 3, right?
Yeah,
The last minute.
one of the guys who were responsible for that comeback by the South Executive All-Stars.
58-54. Aprecu. Clear path to the rim. That's an easy layup.
Had Patrick Cabahog open on the right wing, but decided to go inside for the higher percentage shot.
32 inside points for Valenzuela kontra sa 16 ng QC. 60-54, De La Cruz. Onto Celada, back to Levy. Trying to dazzle his way through. Ends up with Delfinado. Oh, good block. Balik tayo. Lester Alvarez, cross-court. Cabahug wide open. No good. He has struggled in today's ball game. To si Patrick Cabahug.
And Cabahug is 1 out of 6 from downtown.
Here's Lester. Using the pick of Apreco. 2 seconds remaining. Alvarez has the fire. Stolen away by De La Cruz. Levy. Oh, good counter steal by Lester Alvarez. Numbers for Val City. Alvarez will fire. No good. Rebound Cabahug. And he gets the putback.
Not getting it outside, but they're making himself available for the offensive rebound and putback.
62-54. Biggest lead extended by Val City. 1 minute and 17 in the third frame. It has been a 12-point swing for Valenzuela in this quarter. Denzel Wong. Short. Rebound belongs to Apreco. 1 minute remaining in the third frame. Here's JC Ajay. Lumalabas, Patrick Cabahug. Couple of dribbles. Going inside. Good contest by Delfinado.
Doesn't have anymore that same type of explosiveness he once had in his career. Patrick Cabahug and Jason Delfinado doing a good job of smothering that shot.
Balik dito, Ron J. Buenafe. Marcy Arellano as well. And Cyrus Baguio for Val City. Again, we don't usually see Baguio, Buenafe, and Cabahug all together on the floor. Baseline, inbound. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Buenafe. Using the pick, finding himself wide open. No bounce. Rebound, Denzel Wong. 40 seconds remaining in the third.
Sigh of relief there for QC. Marcy Arellano went under that pick.
Here's Marcy. Kick out. Denzel Wong from the corner. That's too strong. Rebound, Apreco. Other end we go. Cyrus Baguio. Balik kay Ron J. No more shot clock here. 18 seconds in the third. A lot of contact inside. Luaya trying to seal against Celada. There's that foul.
That's not a good decision by Celada. He should not have pushed it anymore because they're already in the penalty. So he gives up 2 free throws to Ford Ruaya.
Ruaya proceeds to the line. First attempt is a miss. That was Ford Ruayas' first free throw attempt in this game. After playing 5 minutes in the first half, had 4 points and 2 rebounds. Battle for the board. Now the foul is against Valenzuela.
Only the first team foul for Valenzuela in this quarter, so they've done a good job of being honest on the defensive end.
14 seconds to go, 62-54 in the third. Here's Levy De La Cruz. On to Adrian Celada. No good. Rebound belongs to Ron J. 2 seconds remaining. Baguio losing time. Good deflection by Adrian Celada. That will conclude our first 3 quarters of play. A big turnaround here. A plus 12 for Val City in quarter number 3.
Well, QC, a lot of times their possession stagnating, especially on the weak side of the basketball. Walang masyadong movement dun sa kabila, and they've been resorting to a lot of isolation plays in the post or outside. The pick and roll is not really working for them, except for that 3-point basket by Jenmar Bragais on the left corner, which was one of the few bright spots on offense para sa QC. And Val City, they've just been taking it inside in that period.
Scoring was 20-8 in the third, 62-54 after 3. Fourth quarter action about to begin here inside the Paco Arena. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Sidney Crespo. Javi, our quarter scoring.
Valenzuela and Quezon City finishing the first quarter tied at 23 apiece. And then Quezon City scoring the same total in that second period, but limiting itong Valenzuela, limited Quezon City rather to only 8 points in that third period. That's why they're up right now by 8.
Marcy Arellano beginning the fourth frame alongside Adrian Celada, who is fouled. And they also have Denzel Wong, Debbie De La Cruz, and Kent Lau on the floor. As for Val City, it's Felix Aprecu, Cyrus Baguio, Ronje Buenafe, Lester Alvarez, and Ford Ruaya.
Oh, high time for somebody to take over here offensively para sa QC. It was Marcy Arellano who did that, setting up the table for his team in the first and second quarter. And they really have to get it going against Valenzuela right now if they don't want this white shirt team to break this game wide open.
Second free throw is good for Adrian Celada. Lead cut down to 7. Remember, in the first half, they were in control. They had the biggest lead of 5 points kontra sa tatlo ng Val City. Conversion mula kay Adrian Celada, who now has 8 points. Baguio. Ooh, that's a foul against Marcy.
I don't really know what he was complaining about. That clearly was all wrist right there from Marcy Arellano.
And he now accepts it and he apologizes to his senior, no, si Cyrus Baguio. Biglang naging bata si Marcy Arellano. 62-56. Felix Aprecu. Malabas, Ronje Buenafe. Oh, he's wide open. A lot of space. And he makes Quezon City pay.
Well, at least from that area, we know that he's almost money compared to what happened yesterday.
Oh, Denzel Wong scrambling for that basketball. Tatawagan dito si Ford Ruaya as this three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Ronje Buenafe. Daylight for him here inside the Paco Arena as we turn you over to Sidney Crespo. Sid, go ahead.
It's been a year since Ronje intermittent fasting journey. This time last year, Ronje decided to level up his commitment to health and wellness dahil sabi nga niya, hindi na siya bumabata. He shares na in the first 6 months, yun yung pinaka-intense, that there would be 1 day a week na 24 hours fasting siya. But for the rest of the days, the usual 16 hours. He acknowledges na it helps with keeping up with the demands of playing this level of basketball and definitely prolongs his career. Ronje was proud to share na he lost 35 pounds in this journey and he hopes to inspire others. Back to you guys.
Wow. Didn't expect that Ronje Buenafe actually fasts. And
A
he has lost a lot
24-hour
of...
fast. Wow, that's crazy.
Right. Tagal nun. Tayo nga, kain tayo ng kain dito. 6 hours na tayo nag-cover pero dami na natin
6 hours na tayo kumakain.
Thank you, Sidney. And you did see, we have seen, no? Ronje Buenafe lose a lot of weight as Cyrus Baguio scores.
Well, it has really helped him get back into his old ways on the court because Ronje relies a lot on his explosiveness, you know, those jab steps, beginning moves niya, especially at the post as well. So him shedding those 35 pounds, nakita naman natin yung epekto. He has been one of the vital cogs for Valenzuela. In the Invitational kasi when he was still playing, I believe for Bicol. Was it Bicol in the Invitational?
That's his former team in the Lacan season.
So anyway, when he was still playing there, mayroon pa talagang hirap yung paggalaw niya eh. Hindi niya pa masyadong naiiwan yung mga depensa because he was really carrying a lot of weight.
But yes, to your point, no, grabe pa rin yung galawan niya. May quick step pa rin si Ronje Buenafe. Of course, the shooting will never go away. And to your point about Cyrus Baguio, if we can expect him to maybe explode in the playoffs, you could actually expect that from Ronje Buenafe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he was a part of that Bicol team that gave us a scare, no? Against the Davao Occidental Tigers in 2020. They almost beat the #1 seeded team.
That's why you can never count out those teams that have veterans like Cyrus Baguio and Ronje Buenafe on their squad. They just might flip the switch and go ham in the postseason.
69-60, 7.5 minutes remaining in this game. Marlon Monte on to Marcy. His turn to drive. Arellano, no good. Rebound Aprecu. Alvarez will slow things down. They did not have the numbers. There's their playing coach, Lester Alvarez. On to Alan Santos. Inside they go, Ronjay Buenafe. There you see it. Just how good he is, just how fit he is.
Great misdirection right there. They ran Alvarez off of that semi-elevator screen on top, but they saw there was a mismatch down low. Buenafe against Levi de la Cruz. Great pass by Alan Santos.
Remember what Ronjay told us after his loss in the three-point shootout? Sabi niya, that's just how life is. There's more to learn.
At sabi niya pa nga, akala niya wala na siyang i-improve.
Right?
Meron pa pala.
Meron pa. And you can only expect better things for Ronjay Buenafe. 13 points right now for him. 72-60. Biggest lead of Val City. They have been in control of the second half so far. Levi de la Cruz back to Marcy. Thought about it. He will drive. Ooh! Buenafe explaining to the referee. Pointing to the camera. And he's asking for approval from the cameraman. Unfortunately, hindi po referee ang cameraman natin, so wala siyang say.
Let's take a look at it right here. From that angle, I'm not quite sure. He might have gotten some part of the wrist, kaya tinawagan ng ating mga referees.
I wonder if the cameraman gave him a thumbs up on that one. Marcy at the line, making the first free throw. 8 points para kay Marcy.
Kasi parang mahirap naman na bigyan siya ng thumbs up ng camera.
Oo nga, bigat na eh, no? As this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Here's Ronjay. Lead is 11 for Val City. 6.5 minutes. Kipayan on to Santos. Back to Jaymar. He will fire. No good. That's a push against Patrick Abahog.
And Lester Alvarez telling Jaymar Gimpayan to rotate the ball more. That perimeter shot, not really his best shot sa kanyang offensive game. Could have gotten a better look para sa kanyang kupunan. And with 6:25 remaining in this game, Valenzuela already over the limit.
That's why it's free throws for Marlon Monte. Regroup here para sa Val City. You can see him behind Marlon Monte talking to each other. Marlon makes the first one. 11 points for one of the veterans of QC. Yan, si Marlon Monte, umikot na rin yan dito sa Mpbl. Used to play for Pasig and then Nueva Ecija. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 75%, now 80% at the line.
Monte, first 2 points in this second half.
He had 10 in the first half, itong si Marlon. Alright, those are his first 2 points in the second half. Andre Armenion, lumalabas, Ronjay Buenafe for 3. That's good.
Coming off a screen, getting it in rhythm, squaring his shoulders and his feet to the basket. Great shot by Buenafe.
16 points for Ronjay. Showing us his 3-point shooting prowess once more. Monte on the fake. Good feed at the last second to Kent Lau.
Well, there's one guy who hasn't really been active offensively. Itong si Kent Lau, scoreless before that basket in this game. 0 out of 3, but now 1 out of 4. Really hasn't been looking for his shot.
Balik tayo. Andre Armenion. Lumalabas, Patrick Abahog. See the weapons that this Val City has. Buenafe, balik kay Kabahog. Straight away 3.
You have Ronjay Buenafe already finding his rhythm from the outside. Now Patrick Abahog, maybe that three-pointer will also establish himself from three-point country in this fourth quarter.
That's his second 3 of the game. 2 out of 7 shooting para kay Patrick. Halfway through the fourth. Quezon City hasn't gotten its groove here in the second half. Marlon Monte, this could be big. Short. Rebound, Gimpayan. What a rebound that was.
Valenzuela definitely dictating the pace in this one. QC, although they've had open looks, have not been able to knock them down.
That's going to be another one for Patrick Abahog. This time he's fouled by Marcy Arellano.
What a bad time for Arellano to foul Cabahog. Already hit a three-point shot, but then you give a shooter like Patrick Cabahog a chance to go to the line and see that ball go through the hoop.
Ito yung mga 3-point shots kanina ni na Ronjay Buenafe and Patrick Abahog. Always great to see them pass the ball to each other. Cabahog at the line, 78-65. 4 minutes and 36 in our last frame. There you see our VIPs. Joe Ramos, Executive Officer natin, Rudy Distrito, Head of Security, Commissioner Kenneth Turendes, and Head of Basketball Operations, Emer Oreta. At batiin natin si Melvin na nakita natin sa likod. One of our utility people here in the Mpbl. Very hardworking people.
Oo naman. Wala ang ating mga laro kung hindi dahil sa mga staff natin.
Timeout dito ang Quezon City, 81-65. 4 minutes and 36 remaining in the fourth and final frame. One can only imagine kung ano yung mga napag-uusapan ng mga veterano nitong Val City, no?
Yeah, I'd really love to pick their brain about what they talk about during those huddles, especially between themselves, yung mga veteranong players
Right.
talaga. Kasi iba na yung takbo ng utak nila eh.
Oo.
With so much already happening in their career.
I'd like to see a moment wherein Patrick Abahog, Ronjay Buenafe, and Cyrus Baguio would huddle. Silang tatlo. That would be a good one. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, Kent Lau with a step back 3.
Boy, what a time to hit the shot from the outside. Kent Lau getting that to go. Crucial basket.
He is very much capable of getting those baskets, especially threes for QC. Bounce pass, Amar Gimpayan. No good. Rebound, Celada.
Still a lot of time here for QC to get back into this one. A basket here will definitely pull them much closer.
Ragais. They go to Nakpil. They don't have Marcy Arellano on the floor. Kent Lau. He needs a teammate. They go to Genmar. His step back 3. Short.
Kent Lau already hit a three-pointer. I don't understand why he did not look for his shot on that possession. Gimpayan was giving him so much space.
There's Armenion using the pick. Bumping his way through. That's a smart move right there.
Big boy bump right there by Andre Armenion, getting the steal too on this play.
Able to break down that defense. Lead is 15 with 3 minutes remaining. Balik tayo kay Andre Armenion. 2 screens up top. Andre goes to Alan Santos. Back to Ronjay. Catch and fire. No good. Ooh, Kabahog with the putback.
What a sight to behold. One sharpshooter misses a three-point shot, and then the other sharpshooter is there down low for the offensive rebound and putback. Patrick Abahog.
That's not something you get to see every day from Patrick Abahog. 85-68. 17-point lead for Val City after being down by 4 at halftime. We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. Yes, this is very much epic. Patrick Abahog with a vertical leap, giving us that putback off of the miss of Ronjay Buenafe.
Turning back the hands of time right there. Patrick Abahog extending the lead once more. Val City, this is a 17-point advantage. 2 minutes and 30 remaining.
Back inside the Paco Arena in Manila. One day off of your Mpbl All-Star festivities. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Sidney Crespo. Val City looking for the ultimate exclamation point for this match. Oh, what a shot. You want to...
Exclamation
Oh, there
point, you
you go.
say?
You know, at some point, sometimes you would even think that Patrick Abahog just reserves himself for these moments. Dahil halos automatic no? Yung kanyang
Oo.
mga tira in the clutch.
Eh, saka ganyan na talaga pag veterano ka eh. You just pick the times kung kailan ka talaga mag-step up. Because obviously, you're not the same as when you were younger. So, mamimili ka na lang talaga ng mga oras na talagang pupukpok ka.
That's a push against Jeric. Oh, no. It was a backing violation against Nakpil.
Stepped on the line right there. And you know what makes that's not really a shot at the veterans because that's playing smart. Because
Yes.
if you go full steam ahead, game in and game out, you're going to be prone to injury because yun na nga, your body is not the way that it used to be when you were younger.
And this is a long season of the
Yes.
MPBL. Andre Armenion going straight to the cushion.
And it's a different case when you compare it to the NBA because obviously there they have the luxury of having all the resources in
Oh,
terms
yes.
of health, you know, sports science, and the medical advancements. It's not like here in the Philippines where it's kind of much more limited.
I mean, it's the NBA.
Yeah.
Budget pa lang.
Oo naman.
Malayo na talaga. And that's not a knock to the MPBL as well because as we know, we've come a long way.
Oh yeah, much.
And this league has provided so many jobs. Sipin nyo, 22 teams times 15 players. Wala pa yung mga reserves dyan. And the jobs provided for the coaches, the staff as well. And of course, the action that's bannered by the pride of our hometown teams, no? Yung
That's
mga
right.
fans natin.
It makes this season we have 22. What more next season? 34 teams ang nababalitaan natin na sasali sa ating season next year. So more jobs para
Right.
sa ating mga players, sa mga staff, sa mga coaches. The MPBL has really stood as a beacon of hope amidst the tough times during this pandemic.
At some point the previous years, we had 6 game days. So that might happen next year, folks. So be ready for that. As Nakpil fires and scores.
That's one guy also who has been missing. That's only the first 2 points of the game for Jeric Nakpil.
And that's after scoring 22 in their previous outing. Nakpil averaging 10.5 points per game in this season. Big time turnaround here for Val City in the second half. Didn't even give a chance for QC anymore.
Exactly. And I think QC also shot themselves in the foot by not getting a lot of movement on the offensive and resorting to a lot of individual plays.
So after this win, Val City will move up. Or actually, they will retain that number 6 seed.
They will move up to 10 and 10 and they can create a 2-game advantage against Quezon City for that 6th spot.
Now, QC has to be careful as we get to see the next game of Valenzuela. It's Pampanga. That's going to be a tough one. QC has to be careful because they're going to go down to 8 and 11. Marikina is at 6 and 13. So that means they can't lose the rest of their games and hope that Marikina won't win all of their games as we get to see the next matches for QC, Laguna, and Batangas.
Now, Laguna, that might be a game that could be competitive and they could end up with a victory in that one definitely because Laguna has been struggling a lot in this season, but Batangas will be a tall order for them. So this loss, a big blow to Quezon City, especially as they near the playoffs. It has really not been a good ride in the past. How many matches already for QC as they close out their campaign in the regular season? They're very lucky to have been able to invest in victories at the start and middle of their season to be able to catch the playoffs.
If the playoffs will start today, QC will go up against Pampanga, which as we know is no easy trip. First of all, that Pampanga team is young and very promising, a lot of athletic people. And then, in the playoffs, they will have home court advantage.
That's right. And alam naman natin, Pampanga, a very proud team. Ayaw na ayaw nila nagpapatalo. I don't think they've lost on their home floor. If they ever did, konti lang.
Maybe one.
Yeah, maybe one
You
or
have to check
once or
that.
twice, yeah. That's something that we have to confirm. But then again, always a tough order playing
Right.
in front of the Pampangueños, who are a very passionate basketball-loving province.
By the way, we're gonna go back there this Saturday, Pampanga versus San Juan. As this player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl, with OKBet on the win. Little bit of redemption here for Ronjay Buenafe, 16 points, 3 made 3-point shots and 5 rebounds.
Definitely deserving of this win. Way to bounce back from his loss yesterday in the three-point shootout. I'm sure very happy that he came up with the win and the player of the game honors.
Ronjay Buenafe, one of the more reliable players for Val City as always, 90-74. It's a 20-point swing in the second half for Val City. As we turn you over to Sydney Crespo. Sid, go ahead.
Yes, Mix and Javi, I'm with our best player of the game, Ronjay Buenafe, with 16 points and 5 rebounds. Pinag-uusapan lang natin siya kanina tungkol sa kanyang fasting journey. But now, Ronjay, you're standing here beside me as the best player of the game. And I was one of the veterans also. What do you like the most about your team that helps you guys secure a win like this?
Yung chemistry ng team actually. Yung samahan namin from practice, after practice. So, we have an extra bonding after practice. So, nag-uusap-usap kami every time na mayroon kami pagkakamali. So, dun pa lang, napag-uusapan na namin, nasasolve na namin yung problem.
Ronjay, we're also approaching the playoffs. I'm wondering what's the mindset now of Val City? How's the preparation so far?
Yun nga, malapit na yung playoff. So, kailangan lang talaga namin na maging cohesive. Tsaka, syempre, kumpiyansa lang lagi sa, sa sarili namin. And then, kailangan din namin prove as individual and as a team.
Ronjay, sino mga gusto mong batiyan?
Unang-una gusto kong pasalamatan si Lord sa panalo namin, and then yung wife ko, si Lucy, yung mga anak ko, si Cheska, si Tintin, si Bella, yung family ko sa Dubai, Mami Judith, Ate Jojo, yung mga brothers and sisters ko, mga tito, tita ko. Siyempre, pasalamatan ko din yung sumusuporta sa amin, team owner namin, si Uncle Sam Lato, and then si Ma'am Arlene, and then the rest of the Lato family. Si Boss John, thank you po Boss John Santos and Ma'am Ana. Siyempre si Kong Eric Martinez, maraming salamat. And siyempre sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Mpbl and sa Valenzuela. Thank you lahat.
Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations sa'yo. That's our best player of the game, Ronjay Buenafe, brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win. Back to you guys.
Always very calm is Ronjay Buenafe. Congratulations to him in Val City. Tomorrow, Javi Palanya and the rest of the crew will be in the Muntinlupa Sports Complex. Zamboanga versus Mindoro, Laguna versus Jetson, and the Cagers will be defending their home court against the Caloocan Excellence. Thank you so much for joining us. Patuloy po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Yesterday, we were in Batangas. Today, in Manila. Malapit na rin po ang ating Mpbl playoffs. In behalf of my partner, Javi Palanya, our courtside reporter, Sydney Crespo, my name is Migs Gomez. At ito po, ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.